Alright, what's up YouTube? Today I'm coming at you with my second bike video. This video is going to be, I'm going to talk about how to make your bike lighter. Mostly BMX, because BMX really is the main bike you worry about with weight. People say weight doesn't matter, but weight really does matter. Especially, you'll realize that if you start doing tricks and stuff. And sorry if you guys hear noise in the background, that's my friend. So first, starting up front, on your front rim, if you have any little plastic pieces, take them off. Like you have them little reflectors, take them off. Might not make a lot of difference, but in the end, when you add it all up, like down to little small, like it'll all add up to how much weight you took off. If you have front brakes, you might want to take them off, unless you use them. But I don't think people use a lot of front brakes in BMX. You could also take off your back brakes. I'm not saying take them off. I wouldn't take them off if I was you. I don't have them. I just put my foot. I put my foot in between here, and it just like stops. So I put my foot just like on the tire, and it slows it down. Also, if you have like little reflectors anywhere, like up there, I know some bikes come with reflectors up there. You can take that off. Above the seat, if there's a reflector, take that off. Reflector on the back rim, you can take that off too. Next, if you have grips like that, where they have the metal tip on them, if they have like metal on it like that, you could take that off. You don't really need metal. You don't take it off, but I recommend getting all rubber grips, because that is metal, so it weighs a lot more. If you took off your front brakes, anything that has to do with front brakes, like this little peg thing, I don't know where it is, this little peg thing right here, you can undo that. And if you take off your back brakes, well, this one has two, I'm not really sure why, but you could take off, like, it has two. I would probably go to take off one each. So take off small stuff like that. If you have a gyro and you take off your back brakes, just take off all this stuff, and your gyro just like unscrews or comes off. It's not really that hard. Next, moving further down, plastic pedals. Plastic is lighter than metal. Plastic is also safer than metal, because that mark right there is from metal pedals. If you wreck and you have metal pedals, you're probably going to get more hurt than when you have plastic pedals. Next, your seat. Go with a plastic seat if you don't sit down a lot, especially in BMX. People don't really sit down, so you don't have to worry about having like this comfy seat. I mean, you might, if you do, have at it, get a nice comfy seat, but I don't sit down. That's one of my seats. That's why people with low seats, they don't sit down. Also, that little stem right there, you can trim that. This one's only that long. It probably was all the way down to there. So, the guy I bought it off of just cut it. Next, I'm gonna start telling you about stuff that you can actually pay for. So, if you have this is a stock front rim, but it's not a stock back rim. My front rim probably weighs about the same as my back rim. So go with aftermarket rims, because rims are a lot of weight. Get something like lighter. If it's more expensive to get the lighter thing, like only like $20 more, I recommend going with it, because lighter is always going to be better and help you out in the future. Try to get lighter metals. If you buy anything metal like your forks, go with something lighter. If you get cranks weigh a lot, go with lighter. Don't go with light, like if they have some crappy, if you find something on freaking like Walmart, don't buy that. It's gonna be like, it'll probably say like light or something like that, but it's probably gonna break because it's probably some shitty metal. Cheaper stuff, you could go with foldable tires. Instead of having like all that metal shit in your tires, so that if they like pop, it like helps it not pop or something. Go with foldable tires, and go with tires that don't have as much, though not a lot. Like I'm not saying get tires with like no tread like my front tire, but get tires with like a decent amount of tread, but don't get it like with like tread sticking out to like there, because that's rubber's a lot of weight too. Get super light inner tubes. They cost a little bit more, but it's worth it. I'm not really sure what else. Get a light. You can get lighter sprocket, lighter chain, smaller sprockets. If you have a big sprocket, I recommend going smaller. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you check out my latest video on my bike check, and make sure you comment on that because I needed help with something on that video. Like that video, like this video, leave comments on this video with any suggestions to other people on how to make their bike lighter. And thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe.